Welcome to the instructional handover video for this 2019 Chausson Welcome 530. So, bit of a wet afternoon here, but let's go around it. So, starting from the gas locker. So the gas locker will open with the keys. Gas bottle will go into here, and then your pigtail will connect to the regulator just as that. The pigtail is designed to take a propane pigtail gas bottle, so you'll need to just get a gas bottle for the vehicle. We've got the awning at the top, so I'll send you a separate video on how to use the awning, which we've taken previously. We've got your habitation door, your toilet cassette. So again, there's one key that opens your toilet cassette. Lift up the little handle, slide it out. You must have your blade valve in the right position, which I'll show you when we go inside. Tip it upside down and take off the grey cap. Press the little vacuum button at the bottom. Once it's emptied and cleaned out, put it back in and close the lid just like that. The rear locker door so utilises the twist locks here as well. So again, twisting to open, and then it lifts up. So under here we've got your compressor kit and your solution there. The drawers that either go up or come down, and we have got a heater vent just in there as well. Carpet's just located just there. To close it, simply just pull it down and lock in place, and lock just like that. Rear view camera is located at the top of the vehicle, lights at the back, and then round to this side we've got your mains plug-in point under here, which utilises and tells you where your fresh water is emptied, and that's located and found underneath the vehicle. I'll show you where that is later in the video. Technical locker houses your water filler point for the freshwater tank. So press the button and click it. Press the button and click it, and that then will fold down. To show you on the right hand side, your filler hose point for the freshwater fill. Literally pull it out, clip it in place, and that's where you'll fill your water up. You have a maximum and minimum level, which is just found with the black lever here. And then to the right hand side we have your main charger box, your fuses, and your RCD breaker just located there. You do have a little instruction on the door to remind you of how to do that, and that is just located just there. Close it back up and lock it in place. Further that, we've got the flue vent for the boiler, and this is for the water heater. So you do need to make sure that you take off that cover when you are using the water heater. This simply lifts up from the bottom and then opens up the vent. And then finally, on the outside of the vehicle, back on this side, we have a little sticker that denotes the wastewater, and you'll find that by pulling the handle there, which will come empty the wastewater through the little grey pipe. Back round to the driver's side, we have the cab door, which opens to show you where your diesel and then your AdBlue is located just there. Lock it in place by closing the door. They don't need a key to operate this, and that holds that in place. The mirrors fold in manually but then electrically operate, and to open underneath the bonnet you put the key for the forward just in the slot there, turn it to the left and then turn it to the right to give you access underneath the cab area. Moving inside the vehicle, again with one key that will operate all this, and we'll move inside. So here on the inside we've got a blind, and then your fly screen is located just on the door itself. We have the main control panel, so that is located just above the door, and this turns on by pressing the top button to the left, which is your main power button on. The next button to the side of that is your lights. So you'll see those several lights will come on around the vehicle. We do have a couple of light switches just here, which do the ambient lighting and the little blue lights low down, just down there for your night lights. So that's the two just on the end here, and your thermostat for the heater there. We then have the button along, which is your water pump. You'll hear your water pump kicks in. Once you've put your fresh water in and your pump is on, turn your tap, where you've just got the indicators just here, through to the hot side, and pull it through till you've got a steady stream. Once you've got a steady stream, you'll be able to set the heater. One thing you must do on here is make sure that the valve for the water boiler is closed, and this is located underneath this single seat here, and I'll show you where that is now. So the boiler drain valve is just a little yellow toggle valve found there. Now it's in the position that's down at the minute, so in the usable position. You'll need to flip that up to drain the boiler, which is just located in the compartment behind it. And then you need to close it down again, either forward or backwards in the horizontal position, to fill up the boiler when you're wanting to get hot water in there. So that is where you must close or open, depending if you're using or not using a hot water system. This little white section here is removed for your travelling passengers, and then they would be able to sit there with the seat belts when moving around. To put it all back, it just looks like this. Cushion, 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 and then finally cushion just in place there. The blinds are just located up there with magnetised on. The windows have fly screens and blinds located on them. Same with the overcab, and same with the back windows, all work exactly the same. So click down, put in position, release, and then move back down just like that. Going back to the control panel then, we've got your awning light control. The bottom lights, that will give you an indicator of what power is in your habitation battery, what power is in the engine battery, what level is in the fresh water tank, and the brightness of the control panel, depending on what you want it from the lowest to the brightest setting. That's the bottom left hand one. The heater controls for the heating is, you know, adjust here by turning the dial. So you'll turn it on initially and you'll see that your lights flash and flicker. That's quite normal, so don't be perturbed. Basically, you want to turn the heat up, you turn it that way. You want to turn the heat off, it goes that way. And we always advise that you turn this unit on, whether you're plugged into mains or your engine's running before you wild camp. It will just stop the drain on the leisure battery. To turn it off, simply turn it off there. Smoke alarm just to the side there. And going back to the heater controls for the water heater, they can be found just down here. And we have got on the top your gas options, so it's a three-way switch. So got 50 up, off in the middle, 70 down, and then underneath that we've got 1 kilowatt down, or 50 off, or 70, 2 kilowatt at the bottom. So electric at the bottom, it does say EL, and gas at the top. That is for your water heater, which I showed you underneath the seat itself. Just in front of that, on the table, we have a little handle here that lifts up to slide the table around forward and backwards, and if you squeeze it hard, it will then allow the table to spin 360 degrees. And that's just that little handle here on the vehicle. So the table itself will extend and move around, like I said to you, forward and backwards, and then by pinching that handle firmly, it will then spin its orientation to move out the way, giving you more space inside there. We have the bed key, which will operate the bed that needs to be in the position just up there, USB charging point, and then storage just above up here, and your cushions that come with it. Cab wise, we've got a reversing camera, we've got a 6-speed gearbox, radio controls, steering wheel controls, electric window switches, mirror switches and your light switches. We've got your air conditioning options and your passenger airbag, as well as a window switch on that side. The curtain that goes around the front to screen it off, and this one has been fitted with an alarm, so you've got the ultrasonics just there. And then on the rear door and the habitation door, just hidden behind there, we've got your sensors to let you know if the door is opened. Kitchen wise, we've got your fridge, so if you press and hold it, it will then give you the option of either battery, gas, and the battery option only works when the engine's running. So gas or automatic electric. So the automatic function will always seek the strongest source. The strongest source when you're plugged in is electric. If you're not, it will be gas, and then it will kick in when your engine's running. The button at the side of it allows you to change the temperature from the warmest to the coldest setting. To open it, just pull it towards the front and you'll see the unit lights up with a large freezer compartment that pulls down and a fridge compartment just there. Underneath, you've got a isolation valve just located for the fridge, just found in there. Toilet area, you've got a storage unit just located just in there, and do make sure that you press the little push fittings in. Light switch, often forgot for the bathroom, just turns off just there, so it's one to remember. Toothbrush holder, soap holder and a window, and then a sliding compartment for your belongings in there. You have an internal PIR as well, so you can program the alarm system to be active on the outside but turn off in the inside. And again, we've got your mixer tap with your hot and cold just on there. Toilet wise, I spoke to you earlier about making sure that the valve is in the right position, and that is done by turning this little handle here. So towards the back of the vehicle, we'll open the blade. Towards the front, we'll close it. It's got to be closed for you to pull the toilet out. Behind it, we have got a light that will come on when it's full, and a flush button that will flush anything that you put down the toilet. The water pump's got to be turned on for that flush to work. You've also got a little heater vent just behind that to warm you up. Push fittings will give you access into the rear storage area, and we've got a fire extinguisher, your makeup cushions just in there, and you've got a sliding compartment for your hanging equipment. Just lock it in place. Your awning pole's already located in there for the awning on the outside. The shower area, simply open. You've got a hanging rail attachment there for hanging up your towels or wet coats, and a little dial to open up the vent. Your shower has two separate plugs, and you just need to hold the shower up when you're showering, and there's a little stand for when you're travelling just there for it. Above in the kitchen, we've got your pack, which will demonstrate everything that I've told you. You've got your aerial booster, so that must be turned on and shining bright for your aerial to work for your TV. That's an extra above what the standard function is. Grill pan is just there for the oven and grill. And we've got a light switch that just turns on and off just there. Your gas, you've got a 3-burner hob, 1, 2, 3. It will just ignite when you press it down, so you don't need to do anything separate from there. And again, I've shown you how the tap works on the kitchen. Under that, we've got a main socket, your bed and table switches for controlling the height of that. Below that, we've got a utensil drawer just in there for your knives, forks, things like that. Below that, we've got an oven and a grill. We've got a light that indicates we've got an igniter, and then we've got a grill to the right, making sure that you leave the door open slightly, and then oven, which can then be changed by turning it to the left. To the side of that, we've got another storage area and a couple more of your isolation switches. You don't need to do anything with that, always isolate it at the bottom. And then we've got your ladder for the bed operation here. So show you how to work the bed, you've got to have the table in the right position, so I'll just turn it round and I'll show you how the bed works. So spin it in the right position and then press down the switch. Just make sure it's not obscuring anywhere, so we'll move the cushions just out of the way and slide it so it's not going to hit anything. Oh. Bear with me one moment. Just like that, till we're in the lower position. Once we're in the lower position, then we can come back and we can press the bed down. So make sure that the TV is not in its way, and then you will bring it down to the first position, which is the higher position, which basically is set by the height of the ladders, just like that. Or we can bring it all the way down by moving the cushions. Sort of below, and bringing it to the lower position. Now if you forgot to move anything, or the bed feels like it's under any pressure, it will start to slope one way. Just check what's obscuring it, move it out the way, and then drop it down into its lowest position. There is a light switch located just above there, and it just turns on and off at the side, but you'll see it's nice and light and airy. We do tell you that you can leave your duvets on the bed. If you want to put thicker cushions or pillows, put them at either side, just up here or to the side. Putting it back up, simply just press the button. You can, like I'm going to show you here, just put your ladders on and take it up again, making sure that in this case the TV that's fitted is out of the way and not obstructing it coming back up, so you don't damage anything. And once it's up to the top, the lights will automatically kick in and you're able to then lift your table up and then that can be stopped anywhere. It doesn't need to be stopped at that higher position. And then just pop it back up for your usage through the vehicle. The TV simply just tunes in. We'll show you how to do that on the day, but basically there's an on-off button at the side here. You'll have a little indicator underneath to tell you that it is on, and then it's a case of retuning it back in as and when you're using the vehicle. Like I say, the reverse camera will kick in as soon as you put in reverse. One thing to remember is you have got a little storage area underneath the cab area, so lift up. It's got a 12 volt charge in there as well, and then closes down. We'll show you how the handbrake works. It is a disengaging handbrake, so it does go out the way. The seats themselves have got adjusters on the bottom and height adjusters on the side, as well as a back adjuster, and they do spin around by turning. The button to release them forward is just located just on the front, and then the slide bar to move it forward and backwards stays round the front of the seat, which is the bar that you just lift up here to slide it forward and backwards. The driver's seat will need some sliding them backwards and forwards just to move it round. Same with the passenger one, to make it turn away from the door, and just make sure that there's nothing obscuring it when you're doing it. That basically concludes the handover videos. When you're leaving the vehicle, to turn it off, press the button, that will turn the unit off, and that is your instructional handover video for the Chausson Welcome 530. Thank you.